right, here we go, getting ready for the start of the game. Warm-ups are just about over. Everybody's ready to go. I know we're starting a little bit early. It's going to cut right through there. We are getting ready to go with, whoops, I got to change that. So it says something different than Team Illinois. Hold on a sec. All right, in white this afternoon, we got our Team Colorado girls ready to go with Sophia Zamora in net. And in dark blue, red, and white is Colorado Young Americans. I just put them down at CYA. They're actually a really good program out of Chicago here. And so this should be a pretty fast-paced game. This is the Tier 1. As you can see, we're a little bit off-center from the ice, so things might seem a little bit skewed. I'll try and adjust the zoom as we go. Warm-ups are done, pucks are picked up, teams are ready to go, and looks like we're getting ready for puck drop here in just a moment. Hope the audio's good. I've been checking comments periodically, so let me know if there's anything wrong with the broadcast. I do see that Team Colorado takes that into the zone. Colorado CYA comes up out of the zone, brings it through the neutral zone, and tries to get it in front of the net. Nice shot on. Nice save by Sophia. Chipped in deep by Chicago. Blocked. Chicago picks it back up, throws it back on net. Chipped up the boards, not out. Chicago manages to keep it in. Colorado picks it back up and has it knocked away from her. Number 10, Huang, comes from behind the net. A little move to get around a couple Chicago players. Carries it up into the zone, and Colorado loses a handle on it as Chicago picks it back up, chips it in. Canton tries to get it out and fails to do so. Ends up getting chipped in deep. Canton back to get it behind the net. She picks it up, chips it up to Harrington. Harrington not able to get it out. If you get in there, yeah, you will be. Chipped around and thrown all the way down, and that's going to be on net, so no icing. Chicago picks it back up, throws it up with a long pass, and ends up chipping it back in deep. Chicago picks it up in the Colorado zone. Battling it is Mullen. She picks it up, throws it up the boards, and fails to connect. So Chicago picks it back up, knocks it in, but only briefly as it gets knocked back out by Mullen again. Mullen's all over the ice. Mainwaring gets a hold of it and had it knocked away from her. Harrington gets it and chips it in. Chicago gets it again in their own zone, tries to get it out, and finally does on the second attempt. And Egan just knocks it in, and it comes right back out. Chipped in deep by Wagner as it goes into the Chicago zone. Sorry for the bouncy video. Battle down on the near side boards. We got limited visibility there. Chicago comes away with it, chips it up, and kept in by Brennick. Finally knocked out by Chicago. And chips back up. Wagner fails to get it in deep. Back around behind the net. Chipped up to Hood. Hood carries it up. Chicago again pulls it in their own zone. Up to the near side boards. Chipped across ice. Picked up in the neutral zone. Carried in. And the first shot was blocked. Marbisi picks it up on the near side and does get it out. Picked off by Chicago and chipped back in. Whack that goes cross ice. Picked up by Chicago in the neutral zone. Chipped in deep. Puck bounces around a little bit. A shot on. Sophia caught a little bit by surprise. Managed to snag that out of the air. And we get a stoppage of play. Goose still on the board early on in the period. 9:51 left in the first period. Marbisi taking the draw, lost that one. A shot up over Sophia and right in the back of the net as Chicago gets on the board early on in this one. Marbisi trying to control Sophia. That one, Sophia had no idea what it was. It just went right over his shoulder next to her head and went right in the back of the net. It happens. Number 19, Sam taking the draw there. Chicago comes away with that one, chipped off the boards and out. Chicago picks that one up in their own zone, carry it up through the neutral zone, and picked off, chipped out by Colorado and picked back up by Chicago. Chicago comes flying through the neutral zone, tries to get in front of the net, but it goes off of a Colorado skate, ends up going wide. Chicago again centering and picked off up front. Number 8 for Chicago carries that back in. Gets it deep, again with another chance, and that also goes in the back of the net. Nobody able to clear that puck to corners as Chicago puts another one on the board at the 8:40 mark of the first period. Mullen taking the draw here. It's out with Harrington, and Colorado wins that one. Chipped up and all the way in, goes off of a Chicago player, picked up deep in the Chicago zone. Back that and kept in, but Chicago picks it up. And tries to go in front of the net. Not able to do much with it. Picked up on the far side by number 3 for Chicago. And we get a stoppage of play. Net is dislodged. Therefore, we're going to get a stoppage of play and redo the faceoff deep in the Colorado zone. Mullen taking the draw here. She wins that one. Chipped up off the boards, not out. And that was an offsides that the official missed there. That was about a foot offside, not just a little bit. Chicago picks it up in the Colorado zone. Mullen gets the puck, comes up, chips it out and all the way down, and that one's going to go for an icing call at the 7:40 mark of the first period. Hood taking the draw here. Hood carries it around behind the net. She's got a couple of Chicago girls on her. Comes away with it again. In the Chicago zone. A little scrum right in the slot there as Colorado gets a shot that goes up over the net. Chicago picks it up. Deep in their own zone. 2-on-1 developing, but the puck gets away from Chicago girl. And Wagner battling hard along with Hood down over on the far side. Chipped in by Hood, but not all the way. Just over the blue line. And Chicago does manage to get it out. Wagner with it, had her pocket pick. Bounces off of a Chicago skate and picked up and backhanded in. Chicago picks it up. Goes across ice. That one's picked off. Chipped up by Kusi. Hood battling again right in front of the Colorado bench. And that one's chipped up into the Chicago bench. So we get a stop at the play right at center ice at the 5:59 mark of the first period. Current score 2-0 with Chicago being up. Face-off is center ice in the neutral zone. Marbisi taking the draw. She wins that one. Back long up to Harper. Camera's bouncing around a little bit more because I'm trying to do this one-handed. A little bit more difficult. Chipped around in the Colorado zone. Long gets it up to Marbisi. Marbisi with the head of steam tries to get it over to Landhammer. Chicago chips it up. Colorado throws it on net. Sitting there in the slot. Chicago picks it back up and gets it out of the zone. Chicago, a couple moves, get around a couple Colorado players, and a shot up over the net. Egan throws it up the boards. Harper gets it and not able to get it out. Marbisi now with it. She carries it up, goes through a couple, like 4 Chicago players, then loses the handle on it, pops out of the zone. Brennick tries to get it back out, and Chicago picks it up in their own zone. D-to-D pass to the near side, and then a long pass over to the far side, picked up by Brennick. Marbisi gets it, throws it back up. Chicago picks that up, carries it back in. And Brennick with a nice shot block there. Picked up by Chicago. Pass right through the crease to a player on the far side that was not covered. And Chicago adds another one to their tally. Current score 3-0. We got Harrington taking the draw here. I believe is that Harrington? Nope, it is not Harrington. She's got her jersey tucked in. I can't quite tell what her number is. Battle on the far side, thrown back down to the Chicago zone by Colorado. And that one does not go for an icing. Colorado hustling to get back there. Sand with it now. Picked up by Chicago in their own zone as they come flying up with the head of steam. Oh! In front of the net. Net's dislodged, and we get a stoppage of play. Chicago wins that face-off. Shot on net. Nice save by Sophia. Second, very quick save. Puck's batted around right there in the zone. Picked up by Chicago on the far side. Flanagan pinched off one of the Chicago girls pretty easily and got the puck back. Chipped off the glass and out. Picked up by Chicago in their own zone. Into the neutral zone and chipped past Colorado defender. Puck was going wide, but Sophia covers that one up and gets a stoppage of play. Puck goes right off the faceoff, goes all the way down, and that goes for an icing. And there's 3:03 left in the first period. Current score 3-0. Colorado's got to put some shots on. I don't think Colorado's had a single shot so far this period, with Chicago getting 7. Face-off won by Colorado and thrown all the way down. That's going to go again down for an icing. And another stoppage of play with 2:57 left in the first period. Mullen taking the draw here. Harrington chips it past the Chicago defense, but not able to get to it first. Back up to the point, chipped in. Harrington tries to get it over to Mullen, but that pass is picked off. Not Mullen, Mainwaring. Mullen picks it up on the far side. Chicago throws it up to the point. Quick shot. And a shot and a goal! Scored by Harrington, right up over the goalie's shoulder. First shot, first goal for Colorado. And Colorado finally gets on the board for the first time in 2 games. 2:24 left in the first period. Colorado's got to keep putting the pressure on if they're going to close that gap between them and Chicago. Won by Colorado. Brennick just chips it up, but that's picked off. Brennick again with it. She throws it right back up. A little bit of ping pong hockey going on. Thrown all the way down and around. Chipped around by Egan and finally out by Lai. Puck all the way down in the Chicago zone, rimmed around. That seems to have given Colorado a little bit of life here. They managed to keep it in. Chicago does pick it up and chip it out on the near side, but picked it up in the neutral zone by Egan. Chipped up and not all the way in. Whacked at Brennick. Brennick managed to knock it away from the forward. Chipped around by Brennick. Chicago gets it, chips it down deep. Brennick picks it up, backhanded up the far side, chipped back down by Chicago, and Brennick gets it again. Gets it to Lai, but they fail to connect on that pass. Brennick tries to get it out, and Lai finally does. Up down deep in the Colorado zone. Hood picks it up, spins away, and ends up losing it. Brennick bats it against the boards. Hood picks it up behind the goal line, comes out the other side, and gets pinched off on the boards. Egan picks it up, chips it up the boards on the near side, but Chicago there. And throw it in. Sophia made a nice save. It's currently down behind the net. Chicago gets it in deep again as it comes squirting out of the slot. Tried to chip back up off of Samora. And that horn signals the end of the first period. Current score 3-1 with Colorado finally getting on the board. Going to go ahead and mute while we wait for intermission to be. All right, get ready for the start of the second period. Chicago picks it up in their own zone. Battle right below me on the near side boards. It does pop out. Good battle between Chicago and one of the Colorado girls. Back to the point. Shot blocked. And Sophia gets something on it. So and pops out. We get an offsides call. That puck is just bouncing everywhere. We have Sand taking the draw here. Out with Flanagan, sorry. Chicago brings it into the zone. Picked up by Colorado, taken up and out on the near side. Not out. Chicago picks it up on the near side. Comes out of the corner. They're not able to do much with it. Chip back in. Bounce it around. Right around the net. And Colorado finally gets it out of the zone. Picked up in Chicago zone. Backhanded out. Picked up on the far side. Chipped in, batted towards the net, but Chicago closed, just making them just a wall in front of their goalie. Comes out center ice. Chicago picks it up. A little move. Get around the Colorado defenseman. Chicago picks it up, throws it back up to towards the point, and dump back in deep. Only temporarily, as Colorado picks it up and throws it all the way back down, and we get an icing call with the puck deep in the Chicago zone. comes all the way back to Colorado zone at the 11:43 mark of the second period. Gets it out of his home, hounded by a couple of Chicago girls. Chicago does pick it back up, chip it out, and throw it right back in. Battle on the far side. Toss ice over to Hussey. Hussey throws it all the way in deep. Mullen back to chase it down and pops out of the zone. Chicago getting control of it. And around behind the net, picked up on the near side corner and thrown back in deep. Eden tries to get it out, but fails to do so, as that clearing is picked off. Chip back up the near side boards. Juicy with it. I hope I got that name right. Juicy gets it up to Harrington, or Mainwaring, sorry. Mullen tries to chip it in and has her pass picked off. Mainwaring gets it. Carries it in and ends up losing it. She backhands it in deep. Chicago back to pick it up. They chip it up the far side. Nice little play. Chicago picks it up in their own zone. That play right down below me is hard to get. Sophia with a nice save. Battle just to her left. Puck's getting battered around a little bit. Back up to the point. Shot and a save, shot and block by number 8, Hussey. Backhanded up the near side boards. Nobody there to pick it up. Picked up by Colorado, thrown around the far side. Picked off. Chicago comes around behind the net, back up to the point. Lucy carries it in, and she is just absolutely destroyed. That is a full-on check there. I'm wondering if they're going to make the right call with the 2 and a 10 on that one. With Colorado now going on a power play. Number 27 going to the box for a body checking. No, they're calling a roughing. Not sure that's a call I would have made. I would have done 2 and a 10 for body checking, but that's me. Marvisi taking the draw. Colorado on a power play. Colorado wins that only partially. Chicago gets it and takes it up. Brennick with it. She throws it back towards the net. Saved by the goalie. Chip back up. Marvisi picks that one up. Comes out of the corner. Little move. Fakes out the defender and throws it down deep. Marvisi picks it back up. In the far corner, she's battling number 8. Rimmed around. Batted on. Thrown in deep by Kim. Harper down there trying to get it in the far side. And backhanded out. Kim picks that one up. And she knocks that in offsides right below me. So the puck will come out with the face-off almost directly below. Face-off taken by Sand. Mainwaring and Majors out there with her. Chicago comes away with that one. Shot on. Sophia covers that one. Bobbled it a little bit, but finally does cover it up. 26 seconds left in the penalty for Chicago. 7:45 left in the second period. Chicago wins that face-off. Picked up, shot towards the net, chipped up, and Colorado carries it in. Spins away from the Chicago defenseman. Shot towards the net. Nice setup there. Chicago picks that one back up, though. Tries to get it out, but fails to do so. Another shot towards the net, and Chicago's doing a really good job of getting their bodies in front of the puck. And Chicago's back at full strength. Number 23 picks up the puck. Carries it in. Shot on Sophia. She's not able to hold it, but she is able to keep it out on both of the shots. Majors with good speed. Sand gets it in deep and makes Chicago go back to get it. Chipped up, but not out. Finally out on the second attempt. Chicago and Colorado battling on the far side. Chicago comes away with that D-to-D pass. Pounded, though, by Mullen. Mullen being tenacious. I'm not sure what the call was there. We got a stoppage of play. Not sure if there was a penalty or not. Not sure what happened. Looks like Chicago with the penalty. Colorado back on a power play. Mullen taking the draw here. Back up to the point. Shot towards the net. Not on net. Pops out of the zone. Mullen with it. Shot towards the net, but that is blocked. Chicago picks it up, rims it around on the near side. And chipped out. Go, Ricky! Chicago picks it up in the neutral zone and throws it in deep. Weird bounce off the stanchion. Shot on net, and Sophia covers that one up. And we get a stoppage of play. 5:07 left in the second period. 35 seconds left in this power play. Still only 3 shots on net for Colorado. 12 for CYA. Colorado wins that one. Chipped up the boards. And thrown down ice. Backhanded up. Granick with a nice little move. She carries it up ice. Goes wide. tries to center it, but again, Chicago right there, right in those pads. Back out. Kim just hits it to the far side. Flanagan takes that, throws it in deep. Rimmed around. I believe that's Kim. Kim gets it in deep. Hits it off the boards for Hood. Hood not able to get to it first, as Chicago does. Chicago rims it around on a reversal back to Kim, and then picks off her dump in. Tries to go cross ice and not able to connect on that one. Brennick picks it up behind the net, comes out the other side. Tries to chip it up, but it goes off of one of the Chicago players, and finally out on the second attempt. Chicago picks that one up. Bounced off the near side boards. Kim whacks at it. Gets it up to Flanagan. Not able to connect on that pass. Kim gets it into the zone. Harper comes flying in, but Chicago manages to get it out, but only temporarily. Chipped up. Piper Brennick picks that one up out of the air. And Harper battling to try and get the puck back. A lot of stick work and bouncing around there. Chicago comes away with it. Tries to do a centering pass, and they fail to connect on that. Another centering pass. And Chicago manages to bat that one in. That puck was just bouncing everywhere, and nobody could get any amount of control over it. That is just a lucky goal.
What happened with that one? None of us could see what happened.
It was bouncing everywhere.
So she just didn't have it covered?
No, she couldn't. I don't think she could get it covered. It was just bouncing everywhere. Colorado gets it, brings it into the zone. Had it stripped away from her. That on the near side. Hong throws that towards the net, redirected by one of the Chicago girls, but just barely wide of the net. That's one of those ones that, as a goalie parent, you just don't ever want to see that. Flanagan battling for it. That puck is just going everywhere. Flanagan finally gets knocked down. Picked off. Puck gets picked off, and Chicago comes away with it. Chipped up and in. Chicago picks it up in the neutral zone. Carries it in and chips it in deep on the near side. Bounces off the far side wall. Shot towards the net, but nobody able to gather that one. Chipped up and out, and that one's going to go for an icing on Colorado. So face-off will come all the way back down in the Colorado zone with 1:11 left in the second period. Mullen taking the draw. Mullen gets it behind the net. Tries to chip it up, but that pass is blocked. Puck's bouncing around in front, and Sophia covers that one. So we get a stoppage of play with 54.5 seconds left in the second period. Current score 4-1. Shots on goal, 16-3. Colorado not seeing a lot of shots on goal. Colorado finally gets it out. Chicago picks it up in the neutral zone off the near side boards. And Colorado's QC down low. Chicago with it. Hit one of our own girls on the shot. Mullen hits the puck, whacks it around. Less than 20 seconds left to go in this period. And Chicago manages to keep that one in deep. That puck over on the far side. And that horn signals the end of the second period. We'll be back shortly with the third. All right, getting ready for the start of the third period. See if Colorado can do a little bit more this period. Actually, it's nice to see them actually put one in the net. Chicago controls that face-off, only temporarily as it goes into the Colorado zone. Chipped up and out. Chicago picks that one off. Quick reversal. And chipped in by Hood. Goes around behind the Chicago net, back up the near side. Cross-ice pass that does not connect initially. Colorado with it down low. Hood picks it up behind the net. Reverses back. Chicago picks it back up. And Colorado. Reddick whacks at it. Up out of the, not out of the zone. Chicago's keeping Colorado hemmed in here. Reversing to the near side boards. Reddick battling down low in the near side corner. Kind of gave up on that one. My guess is she's pretty tired right now. Good battling on the far side. Reddick picks it up behind the net, and she's bumped off the puck again as Chicago gets it back. Chicago's relentless. They are doing a really good job of putting pressure on these Colorado girls. Thrown up and out by Hood into the Chicago zone. VC not able to do anything with it. She pinches off the Chicago player. And RVC picked it up and had it knocked away from her. Goes all the way down into the Colorado zone. Harper gets it up over to number 18. That is Landhammer. RVC gets it into the zone. Chicago controlling it now. Up through the neutral zone and into the Colorado zone. Bad angle shot. Picked up down low. Colorado. Harper gets it over to Landhammer. Landhammer carrying it in. Trying to, but she's pinched off. Chicago comes away with it. 2-on-1 developing. Pass up front, and Sophia grabs that one and covers that up. A bad angle shot from the goal line, not able to go much anywhere. So we get a stoppage of play at the 10:56 mark of the third period. And Sam taking the draw, she loses that one. And the shot on by Chicago, and Sophia snags that out of the air and stops play there. So we do that face off. And Sam wins that one. Picked up the boards on your side, but only temporarily. Lucy picks it up, but not able to get it out as Chicago keeps it down deep. Egan back to get it behind the Colorado net. Shipped up the board. Chipped up and out. It's a race for the puck as Flanagan gets to it. She gets a shot on. Chicago picks it up. Tries to pass it to one of their own players. Out, and that goes all the way down. No icing. The officials wave that one off. Puck comes out. Flanagan gets it, throws it down ice, but that's picked off. Nice pick by Majors. She almost had a really good scoring opportunity there. Shot on, goes wide of the net. Chicago picks that one up. Sam's sitting a little too far back, not able to put much pressure on. Comes out, Chicago with it, carries it into the Colorado zone. Shot goes off of Sophia's pad. Kept down low by Flanagan. Battle right below me. Chicago managing to keep it in. Lucy picks it up on the far side, carries it up, throws it, goes off of a Chicago stick down. Mullen putting a lot of pressure on and actually strips a Chicago player of the puck. Good hustle there by Mullen. Mullen throws it around, chipped up, and Mainwaring gets that out. Eventually comes back in, throwing cross ice to the near side. Chicago picks that up, carries it into the zone. Brennick gets it out. Harrington fails to do much more with, and then pops back into the Colorado zone. Hood backhands it out. Main Waring back to get that one. She's bumped. Trying to leave it for Hood, but not able to connect on that. Cross ice. And the shot and the goal. Sorry, I think I took the camera a little too far on that one. But Chicago puts another one on the board. Up 5-1. Chicago 20 shots on net to the Colorado 3. Lie down low, battling along with Kim. Chicago comes away with that one, chips it off the far side boards. Brennick back to get it in the Colorado zone, picks it up behind the net, and whiffs on it on the first one. Lie picks it up in the center at center ice. She comes up with a head of steam. Tries to center it, but nobody there except for Chicago. Brennick gives it over to, I believe, Harrington. Still learning the girls' names and jersey numbers. Kim picks that up and bats at it. Not able to get it in the zone. Backhanded by Brennick in, and Chicago picks that one back up. Carries it out. Kim whacks at it, or Lie whacks at it. Abigail Harper there, battling down low. Chip up and not in Chicago. Harper comes away with it. Tries to center it to, that is Landkammer. And a shot on net. Chicago chips it up and out. Over to Brennick. Brennick almost had a pocket picked on that one. She gets away with one there. She throws it in deep. Goes all the way down. Landkammer back to pick it up behind the goal line. Chipped up Marvisi with it. Bounces it off the corner boards. Landkammer comes away with it. Harper not able to get to it, and does on the second attempt. Landkammer picks it up in center ice, takes it into the zone. She's hounded. Harper with the shot on. A lot of stick work here. Marvisi strips the Chicago player and gets it deep. Chicago picks it up but bounces it off the near side boards, and eventually Chicago gets it out again. Marvisi whacks at it. Good. Marvisi picks it up down low, bounces it off the far side boards. Landkammer picks it up, gets it out of the zone, but Chicago bats it to the near side and it goes right back in. Harper gets it out to Landkammer. Landkammer with it. Tries to center that one and it hits a Chicago skate up front. Harper picks it up down low. Couple girls go sliding into the boards there. Flanagan picks up the puck. carries it through, just chips it in. The whole dump and chase, and Colorado does remember the chase on that one. Puck comes across to the far side. Chicago picks that one up. Pass to the near side, shot on Samora, and she bats that away. And the shot on, and Samora grabs that out of the air after it goes off of her stick, and she covers that for a stop at the play. 2:45 left in the third period. In the last few minutes, Colorado has managed to double up on their shots on goal. They're now at 6 from 3 at the start of the period. Nolan loses that face-off. Nice play by Harrington to block that and get it out of the zone. Tries to go across to Mainwaring, not able to connect on that. Harrington back to get it. In the near side corner. Chicago comes away with that one. Cross ice pass. Battle right below me. Lucy comes away with it. Mullen whacks at it, gets it through the neutral zone. Mullen again to pick it up. Nope, she leaves it for Lucy. Mainwaring gets it into the Chicago zone. Backhanded out. And rimmed around. 1:34 left in the third period. Colorado definitely stepping it off their play a little bit. Mullen comes out from behind the net. Chicago controls it in the Colorado zone pretty effectively. Over to Harrington. Harrington gets it. Nice job. Picked her head up and got it out of the zone. Battle right below me again. Egan not able to get her skate on it. Another battle down low. Egan spins away from the Chicago defense. Harrington backs that out. Goes for a change. Chicago brings it out of their zone into the neutral zone. And that's Hood battling. She loses it. Goes into the Colorado zone. Colorado doing much better job of getting in the way of those shots. That horn signals the end of the third period, and therefore the game final score 5-1. Shots on goal 22-6. And that does it for today's games. We'll be back tomorrow morning. I don't know the exact time. It should be on the itinerary. Meantime, everybody have a great evening, and as soon as the handshake line is done, we'll go ahead and sign off.
You two guys don't play, all right? So nice try. I thought the party was outside. So I was like, I'm not going to do that. And then someone took a wig ball.